Good afternoon, YouTube. It's saying I failed. Am I live, people? YouTube is saying I failed. Can you guys see anything appearing on the screen? Can you guys hear me? No, it doesn't look like anybody's live. You see me? Because it's showing me that it's failed. Let me reload this page and see if anything happens. All right, there we go. All right, it's showing me. Am I coming through all right? Welcome, everybody. I'm Greg from GregsTutoringNYC at gmail.com. I'm going to kind of change things up today. In the past, I just used some examples from the state test, from the ISEE, from the SHSAT. What I'm going to do is kind of back off of that and give smaller examples that really just focus on some of the fundamental concepts. So it's showing me and I'm live. Can anybody confirm that I'm live and that it's showing the screen? You can hear me. Hello. All right, so let me bring this out because that's what I look like. We're really not going to use any third-party thing. So let me pull this out, make this bigger for today. Let me bring it up there, maybe. Does that fit? Yeah. All right, so let me bring up my file, and we'll start jumping into some of this. Okay, so first of all, everybody knows something like this means the square root. And something like this, a line with a value, and another line that's absolute value. All right. So let me just give an example of kind of what I'm talking about here. So if I have, for instance, 36 plus 49, a lot of kids can come up with this as part of the solution to some of the problems, but when you actually go to evaluate something like this, you do it wrong. So does anybody have any ideas what something like this might be? There's really two choices to do this. Okay, some kids are going to split this into two, as in the square root of 36 plus the square root of 49. And some kids are going to make this equal to the square root of, so you get 36 plus 49, you get 5, 1, is that 85? So the question is which way is right? Okay. The only time when you split this up is if it's multiplication. Okay, so if this is multiplication in here, but it's addition. So you have to bring it to the square root of 85 first, and you're going to get something like 9 point something as the answer. Because 9 times 9 is 81, and 10 times 10 is 100. All right, so let's try another one. Let me just bring my file down here. If I have something like this, 1 times 10 squared plus 1 times 10 to the minus 2. What does that end up being? So a lot of kids can do scientific notation and backwards and forwards. When you're trying to combine the two together, what happens there? Anybody out there? I know there's a few viewers logged on. I can see you guys. So how do we solve something like this? So how about we just map it? This means 1 times 100 plus, and what is this 10 to the minus 2 thing? Remember, it means 1 over 10 squared. So this is 1 over 100, or 1/100th. So this 10s hundredths. So we get 1 times that. So we get 100 plus 0.01, or 100.01. Okay, and if we map this back to scientific notation, we're going to move the decimal. So this is the same as this times 10 to the 0, because this means 1. So if we move this twice, which means we're dividing it by 10 and then 100, we have to multiply this by 100. So for each 10 we add, every time we take 1 off here, we have to add 2. So we get 1.0001 times 10 squared. Turns out to be the answer. So again, if you're not getting this right at this level, this is just a silly example thrown in the middle of things. You're not going to get it right when you do the advanced stuff. And normally the scientific notations on the SHSAT are pretty straightforward questions, and sometimes they're not. But if you're getting a fundamental thing, if you're not realizing that 10 to the minus 2 means 1 over 10 squared, you got a problem there. And then, because you can look at the original problem and just stare at it for a while. All right? So you want to make sure you're mapping the two numbers right, doing the addition, bringing a number like this, and then bringing it back to scientific notation. Okay? The question may not want it back in scientific notation, but a lot of people can't even get to this point of getting this number here. All right, so this can be challenging in its own right. It's not tricky. It's mastery of scientific notation. So again, what we're talking about here is not only these problems in their own right, but I think math is easier than ELA. From my going over the handbook, it certainly seems to be the case. I'm not sure what just happened. It says I have a message being held for review by the EU. I don't know why. It just looks like XVC. Is that something wrong? Or do you have some sort of something not good there? I'm going to click show. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I have a feeling you may have typed something erroneously there. All right, so again, we're gonna do these lightning rounds. We're gonna have a whole bunch of different examples. We did 2 problems already. Maybe I'm going to do 2 or 3 more, and we're just going to stop it. So once I get over 10 minutes, then it's bite-sizable, and it's a little piece. I have dozens of examples like this, so we'll just keep bite-sizing through them. Okay, you're testing something out. I don't know what you're doing there. All right, so let me go to the next example. So if I have 9 over x minus 99, is this the same thing? I'm going to use something like this to mean, basically, is it congruent is what I'm asking. This is kind of my own notation. Is it equal to 9 over x minus, wait, what did I write here? Sorry. Yeah, 9 over x minus 9 over 99. Okay. So this is our basic numerator denominator thing. 9 over x minus 99. The numerator is 9. The denominator is x minus 99. Can this map into these two things? Actually, this one would map to that, and this one would map to that. In other words, you have 9 over x minus 9 over our 99. Is that a proper mapping? So again, this is easily a subset of some of your solutions. Sometimes you may come up with something like that, something like this here on this side, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So in solving a problem, you may come up with something that looks like the left-hand side. Or they may give this to you and ask you, is it equivalent? And the answer is it's not. You can't break this subtraction in the middle here. You can only break it when it's a multiplication. If I have something like 9 over x times like 3 over 99, like this. This is one whole divider. Then I can say it's equal to 9 over x times 3 over 99. But this plus sign, I can't violate plusness. That's an addition of the denominator. It's not of the numerator. Okay? So remember this. This is mistakes that a lot of kids are going to make. They're got a word problem and you get bent out of shape. Okay? Let me try one or two more and then we'll end. Again, just make it bite-sizable. Okay, how about something like this? Minus the absolute value of minus 9 minus the absolute value of 90. Is that equal to minus 99? So again, a lot of kids are still confused about exactly what absolute value means or not. So again, this is a fundamental concept that you have to get right here. Because then everything else more advanced, or word problems, or tricky written questions, or finding out what's given and not given in a problem, none of it really matters. Okay? So you need to kind of figure out stuff like that. So is that equal to minus 99? Is there any scenario where it can be equal to minus 99? Well, the absolute value of this is going to be 9. Subtraction maps down, and the absolute value of 90 is 90. So we get 9 minus 90 equals, right? What do we get? Minus 81. So it's not. So the original question that they asked turned out to be not true. All right? So again, if you're having a problem with a problem like this, you need to figure out what absolute values are about and go back to them. And other lightning rounds, I'll include some of these other things here too. So again, we're just looking at a bite-sizable stuff. So if I have 2 over minus x equals 99, okay, what is x equal to? So again, this is fundamental algebra. This is something you guys need to be able to do in your sleep. Not only for the SHSAT, but to pass grade 7 and grade 8. And whether you're not going to specialized high school or not, when you get into grade 9, you definitely want to have this done again in your sleep. All the examples we did so far should be there. If you have proceeded to follow the Common Core curriculum and you've mastered grade 7 and you've mastered grade 8, then you should be sitting pretty and you should know the answer to all these. So there's a couple of ways to solve this. We need to get x by itself. So normally x is on the numerator, but it's the denominator. So what we can do is multiply both sides by x or minus x. This is minus x over 1, and this is minus x over 1. So that cancels out, and we get 2 equals minus 99x. And then we have this, so we can divide both sides by minus 99. So we got minus 2 over 99 equals x. By the way, I use 99 for a lot of examples, so don't get too bent out of shape. All right. What I'll do is one more example here. It's kind of related to the one we just did. If I have minus 2x is less than or equal to 99. Okay. This is more of a grade 9 SHSAT question. Again, they won't answer straight out, but this is called an inequality, whereas something like this was an equality. So this is an inequality. So there's a little gotcha here that you have to remember. Again, we're talking about mastery of procedures, mastery of insight into the math, and mastery of being able to use it. All three of them. And you should be able to do this calmly without freaking out during the test time. All right? So what we do is, in an inequality, we're going to solve it the same way as normal. We're going to divide by minus 2 and divide by minus 2. So we're going to get x, that cancels out, is less than or equal to 99 over minus 2. But what happens is, because the only term, this is called a term, if the last term we have left, this is the next term, and the coefficient, this is called the coefficient, if that's negative, we swap the sign. So we're going to get something like that. X is greater than or equal to minus 99 over 2. All right. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe. Please share. I have tons of videos on grade 7, grade 8. I tutor in a lot of specialized tests. The SHSAT, the ISEE, the SSAT, the Hunter test. I tutor for Beacon Baccalaureate, even some of the middle schools like Anderson and MS-54 Booker T. Washington, and a whole bunch of others. I tutor for the TACHS, the Catholic High School test. I haven't mentioned that in a while, but that's coming up on October 2. So a lot of tests coming up in a while. So that we just want to have bite-sized. We're looking at bite-sized problems here. A lot of the stuff I've covered so far is kind of common to all the tests, even though I'm bouncing back and forth between stuff. A lot of the commonality is here. I focused a lot on grade 7 math, a lot on grade 8 math. I focused on poetry, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these lightning rounds in every couple of days or whatever. I have, like I said, I have a ton more examples. We could probably create some on the fly, but so that's the deal. I'm going to go at this point. And so everybody, peace out, ladies and gents, and have a great day doing all your fun examples.